Swishity swoop. We're in the boop.
Swishity swoop. We're in the boop.
We're in the boop.
I thought people might be wearing 3D glasses, so I did a cool punch.
Whoa. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Oh, hold on. In starting the stream, I have lost my game footage, so give me one hot minute. Welcome. It is Thursday. We are here to play some Schismo's Sideshow.
Yes. Thanks to our friends at Schismo Sideshow, our sponsor. Schismo Sideshow is a hand-drawn, according to them, a gonzo roguelike that you can now support on Kickstarter.
Absolutely.
So,
here it
I'm
is.
going to put the link to Kickstarter in there. Not just like the Kickstarter homepage, but the specific Kickstarter.
That's, I think, more important. I think that's more important to link to the specific thing. There we go. So here's the game. Click anywhere to start. We will start a Schismo's. Tell us how we sound, which I know sometimes audio levels can get a little crazy. I've been moving around some computer stuff, and so audio levels might be even crazier than normal. But so tell us how things sound.
I'm also uploading my footage from a topical punch that we just recorded. It's only got 3 minutes left.
What?
And I'm just worried I just want it up there so Jesse can start editing it. That's
true.
all I want in life. But yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome Light Arkin. Been a member for 10 months in Tip Jar. Thanks so much, Light Arkin. And welcome everyone in YouTube, on Twitch. It's great to see you all. Happy Thursday. Game's a tad low. You guys are okay. Says Jumblus Wumblus.
All right, Jumblus Wumblus. Hopefully you should hear some of the circusy soundtrack now. I've turned it up a little bit here. We'll just start the game, and that way you can actually see what's happening.
There you go.
All right. This is it's a bit of a twin sticky rogue-likey shooter-y thing. You'll see. Basically, guess what? You're about to see what the game is like in just...
You know what? We'd explain it to you, but you can see it with your own eyes. Think about that. Lord Robertus says, will we see Marty in a Hawaiian shirt soon? Because Topical Punch, the official wardrobe of Topical Punch, is Hawaiian shirts. And yeah, I did wear this. I got a couple Hawaiian shirts that I have in rotation. I wore this, but it's a little fall-like, I'll say, in Wisconsin. So I wore a cardigan over the tropical shirt, which is strange, but it's fine.
You know, as long as you're wearing some sort of Hawaiian shirt, that's all that really matters, right?
Yeah. Sometimes Hawaii gets cold as well. There's probably like a frozone in Hawaii.
I don't think that Hawaii gets cold. I'm going to put that out there.
I've never been to Hawaii. Chat, who's been to Hawaii, and has anyone ever been to Hawaii when it's a little cold out? If Alaska can get warm, Hawaii can get cold. Think about that. I don't know if that's true. I think Alaska can get warm because they have summers. I feel like Hawaii doesn't have winters. Does it get cold at night? Yeah, I don't know if it's like the desert gets cold at night since it's a dry heat. I don't know. I think Hawaii, is a moist heat. Yahtzee's been to Hawaii. Well, Yahtzee's not here. Yahtzee can't tell us.
Yahtzee can't help us.
Yahtzee can't help us. You know who did go to Hawaii? The cast and crew of the hit TV series Lost.
That's true.
6 years in Hawaii. Yeah.
Because it was shot almost exclusively in Hawaii.
It was shot, I believe, on Oahu, which means hello and goodbye. Nope. Something else.
That's aloha.
That's aloha. Did
Aloha.
Did you ever see that very bad movie with Bradley Cooper and Emma Stone?
In which Emma Stone plays a native Hawaiian? No,
yeah,
I did
think
not.
she was like, afterwards was like, that was probably a bad movie.
That was...
Listen, you acknowledge it was a bad move on your part, and we appreciate that.
Well, she made up for it by being in all of the Yorgos' movies, and it was like, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Also, she helped save Jazz in La La Land.
That was probably another mistake.
Just a couple of white folks saving Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but another mistake. Great movie though. Let me say, I like La La Land.
I have not seen it.
My God!
I've not seen La La Land or Aloha, so that's on me.
Okay, Aloha's bad. La La Land, though, is a good movie. And not Celtic over in Twitch. Trevor here from the dev team can't stick around, but thanks for playing the game. May the odds be ever in your favor.
They won't. I am not good at games in general, but
you need you've got some twin stick. Some twin stick hours under your belt.
That is true. I do have some twin stick hours under my belt. Hold on, I'm seeing now that I think the game capture is not quite where I would like it to be. Hold on.
We're fixing. Listen, we're fixing it on the fly. We're doing it live.
We're doing
Much
it live.
Like the hit television series Saturday Night Live.
They did it live.
They did. Otherwise, it'd be called Saturday Night Taped. And then Lampy gifted us up over to Not Celtic. Thank you so much, Lampy. You're so Lampy. I give you a lot of guff, Lampy, and I'm gonna be honest. A lot of times you deserve it.
100%.
You're a sweetheart, Lampy. Also, I hope you're feeling better. Lampy is feeling a little under the weather. That's a weird. Well, under the weather. What does that mean?
I guess I assume that means the weather is bad.
So you're like under a rain, like a singular, like a rain cloud that's just falling on you.
You know, you never talk about the weather when the weather is just like nice. It's like, oh, nothing. There's no problems here. Nothing's wrong. You only talk about the weather.
The sound design of meteorological occurrences. Sound design. You never talk about good sound design. You just talk about it when it's bad.
Exactly.
We need to respect good sound design.
Right. Same with editing. Same with like a lot of the artistic processes. Oh shit. Hold on. Wait. There's now more. There's more baddies. More bad guys.
Oh,
a lot more bad guys. Generally speaking, if you are, I mean, like we're talking like job performance, if you are doing an adequate job, no one notices until you mess up.
But the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. And I think it's the same with being under the weather, because then by acknowledging that weather is a phenomenon that exists, you are also acknowledged, oh, wait, no, I only want to wake up one of you.
If you're healthy, should we call it over the weather?
Oh, you're over the moon, baby.
Oh, don't go over the sun, though, because that's where you get burnt.
That's Icarus. That's a whole different thing.
That is Icarus. Shouts to Icarus. Oh my god, it uploaded. I'm so excited.
I was
very worried that my internet would not be able to handle uploading a file and streaming at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how humbling this moment was. So I recorded this Topical Punch with Yahtzee and Nick. You'll be able to see it on Monday.
Yeah.
And we all went to upload our footage. It was about like 2 gigs or whatever. And I'm like, shit, this is going to take me like 40 minutes. And Jack and I are about to stream. And Yahtzee in 12 seconds was like, mine's done. And I'm like, what is happening? And all he said was Silicon Valley fiber shitheads, and then he logged off. And I was like, well, shit.
Yeah, well, but to be fair to Yahtzee, he ends every single communication with shitheads. So that wasn't,
Usually, he brags about something in his home and then just says shitheads.
Shitheads.
Yeah.
So
looks to chat. We're asking, are you bearding?
Am I bearding?
Are you bearding? Are you attempting to beard?
I am attempting.
In the early stages of bearding.
I'm in the early stages. Obviously, like with the webcam, it's hard to tell. I am in the early stages of bearding. It is getting to be fall. My life is falling apart in general, and so it's just like, just grow a beard. That's
fall beards are great. Fall beards in Wisconsin are excellent.
There was a point in my life. Oh my shit. Hold on for a second. And I died. Okay, great. I made a huge mistake in the game. I awoke a hornet's nest and died. There was a time in which I had a pretty hefty beard in my life, and then shaved my head, shaved my face. That's been my look for a while now. I'm trying to beard again. We're gonna see if it works.
I like it. I'm clearly pro beard, but I like it. Also, I don't know if you realized when we did the rewind earlier this week.
Yeah.
Producer Eric, he likes futzing and making little goofs that we don't realize, little visual goofs. He gave you a beard filter at one point, and it wasn't like a crazy long like wizard beard. It was just a fuller beard. And I was looking down at because I had the little when we record on Discord, we have all of our live cameras, and then we can usually see like what the overlay looks like. And I was looking, and on the overlay, I was like, why do you have more of a beard there than you do live? And I just couldn't figure it out. And then eventually Eric toggled the filter off. I was like, oh, that rascal.
I did see he also gave me like a babyface beard at one point, or a babyface non-beard at one point.
I think he's a rascal. Also, could you imagine if Eric was the producer of like the nightly news when like Cronkite was talking about something and he's doing a goof, and then Cronkite has to come in and be like, President Kennedy has been pronounced dead in Dallas. And everyone would be like, Eric, what are you doing? You got to get the baby filter off Cronkite.
Yeah, but he still has the baby filter on him.
You can't keep it on Cronkite.
Because Cronkite's like, the nation is very sad. And so then Eric puts like the tear face filter on him. It's like, Eric, we do not need that. I'm just glad Eric's having fun. Really, at the end of the day,
you know what? He's great. I'm gonna tell you, he's the pride of Argentina, as we call him. Him and Evita.
Him and the top two easy.
Yeah.
No, I think like Eric is so phenomenal, especially with all of his like reference, the way he gets like the visual cues lined up, sometimes so fast. If I were
explain something that isn't even a proper noun, we'll just be like, "Oh, it's that thing with that guy and the dog," and I'm like, "How did you find that? Did you just Google the dog and the man?"
Like it would seem to an outsider that we had like scripted the entire show first, and Eric was just like putting up the next slide. But no, he looks those up on the fly.
I think he's a wizard, Harry.
Ooh.
A couple folks said I was a smidge quiet. I put my volume up on my end a little bit. You know, you're doing so good. You're focusing on the game. I don't want you to have to worry about a thing. So I raised my volume a little bit. Maybe I was talking quiet. Maybe I wasn't talking into.
And I raised you just for funsies. I also raised. Oh fuck! Hold on. I also raised you a smidge. Oh come on.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
and
fuck,
if
fuck.
Now I am louder than Jack, this is a teachable moment for you all to think about your actions.
You can never, and I died because I was adjusting Marty's. I did not die because I was adjusting your volume. I died because, games are hard.
Because games are hard and we're getting old and bad at them. That's what I've noticed. I'm excited this weekend. The Silent Hill 2 remake comes out.
Oh.
And there's a game. I'm a big fan of Silent Hill 2. I've played through it multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's coming out on Sunday if you have the deluxe edition. And I'm already thinking, I already did a Google. I'm like, what kind of difficulty settings we got here?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know if I have it in me to be like, I'm going to go really intense into this horror game. I'm like, I want everything to die in one hit, and I'm just here for the vibes. So I'm happy to say that it sounds like it has an easy mode, and let me tell you, that's what this guy's playing is.
That's, by the way, that's very fair. Do that.
Yeah, because it's also, I'm not thinking Silent Hill's a game. That's not a game where I'm like trying to master my technical prowess. This isn't From Software. This isn't Sekiro. I'm not drinking gourds in the middle of boss fights. I don't think James Sunderland even knows what a gourd is. Speaking of gourds, Indie Mouse, welcome.
Indie Mouse.
Indie Mouse says, not me. I'm totally super young and still good at games.
Indie Mouse, by the way, very first Shocktober out of the gates, playing. It was Silent Hill 1. For anyone who doesn't watch Indie Mouse, fantastic. You make fantastic videos. Thank you.
Yeah. Did you know we named the dog Indie Mouse?
What dog?
That was we named the dog Indy. That was an Indiana Jones joke. You ever see the film Indiana Jones?
That was Indiana Jones and the final crusade.
The final crusade.
Crusade.
And yes, Indie Mouse, I did look up. It does still have separate difficulties for puzzles and for combat, which I think is very nice.
Wait.
Yeah,
Say
Silent
this
Hill
again.
has separate difficulties for puzzles and for combat. So you could be like, I am terrible at action, but I have a large brain. And so you could have easy puzzles, or easy action, hard puzzles.
Oh, that is a phenomenal idea. I really like that.
Think about that.
I really like that.
Lou May, thank you so much for a £2 dono. Appreciate you, Lou May. Jack.
I'm Jack.
How are you getting on with tiny rogues? You still playing those small rogues?
Every once in a while, not so much because I've hit like the cap of content. I've actually hit the point in Tiny Rogues. Oh, wait, something's happening. Oh, shit. What is that? Oh, there's a timer. Fuck, that's right. Every level has a timer. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm going to die. I'm 100%. Yeah, I'm out of time. I died. Fuck. I forgot that the game had a timer. We're doing fine. We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Yes, Tiny Rogues. I have hit the cap of content. I've hit a point in which they say, like, you have to wait for an update because you're out of content, which I think is great. Like I've already I want to say I have like 40 hours in, and I'm itching to play more. So I cannot wait until more content comes out. I'm very excited about more content in general.
Heck yeah. We love to see his content.
We love to see the content. Oh, area cleared. Okay, great.
Bookworm with a $2 dono over in YouTube. Thank you so much, Bookworm. My life is also falling apart. Have $2, Jack.
Oh, thank you.
If your life's falling apart,
have
either
$2.
Send us $2 or save that $2 for something that can give you a little bit of happiness.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we appreciate the $2. If your life is falling, stop it! If your life is falling apart as well, yeah, keep the $2. Do whatever you want to do.
Maybe you know what you do? Save the $2.
Yeah.
Save a couple more $2 and get yourself an artisanal sandwich from somewhere in your town.
Oh yeah,
I like a well-made sandwich. Ooh.
Go out for a nice pasta meal at an Italian restaurant.
Oh my god!
Think about that. Think about that. When's the last time you've had a pasta meal at an Italian restaurant?
Think of the possibilities.
Think of it's
Also-
it's impossible.
Bring your own chopsticks, and
Wait.
when they give you the spaghetti, start eating with chopsticks.
do not.
See what happens.
Just
See what happens.
do not do that. I
Just
think
kick the tires on this meal.
just kick the tires. Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. I have not had like a legit good,
Like a sit down.
like go to an Italian restaurant, like get some garlic bread, motherfucker. Like, yeah.
I like that. I love that. What are the? I'm trying to think. I've been to some good Italian restaurants in Milwaukee. Onesto. You ever been to Onesto on Broadway? Ooh, Onesto. That's a good little. That's a Third Ward boy. Onesto's a pretty good Italian restaurant. They have a nice spaghetti there.
Nice.
George Lucas with 100 bits over in Twitch. Thank you so much, George Lucas. I must know, how bad was that Borderlands movie? Was it better or worse than Uncharted, Tomb Raider, and Mario? And then call me when you watch Hercules in New York. I think it is. I am firmly in the camp that the Borderlands film from earlier this year is worse than the Tom Holland Uncharted.
Yeah.
Is worse than all three of the Tomb Raider movies. There's the two Angelina Jolie, and then the one more modern one with Alicia Vikander. And I believe is worse than both Mario movies. I think the original 90s Mario is entertaining in it being bad, and I think the more recent Mario at least kids seem to like it. So
The it's the worst kind of bad. The new Borderlands movie is the new Borderlands movie as compared to the old Borderlands movie.
as compared to Mad Max, which is just the old Borderlands movie.
It's the worst kind of boring, or it's the worst kind of bad, which is it's boring. It is just not interesting. It's like competent enough. And it's just very, very boring. Like we were having a hard time. There was a good group of us there watching it, and it was like even coming up with goofs for it, where you're just like, it's just boring.
It's just kind of boring, which is a bummer.
Very boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that pure design by committee where nothing is going to be knockback in size, increase range, and knockback. I want range. I want more range. Oh my god. Okay, all right. I'm dead. I'm like 1 health already in area 2. I am not looking.
I believe in you. I believe in you. Yeah, Borderlands pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Didn't seem like anyone was having a good time, which is a bummer because I like when people are having a good time.
Like the cast.
Yeah, I think it's nice when movies are like, oh, they seem to be having a good time.
Yeah.
Like Ocean's 12, they're all just hanging out in Europe. They seem to be having a good time. That's the 12th Ocean's movie, by the way. Jari gifted a sub out to Quintuple over in Twitch. Thank you so much, Jari. Congrats, Quintuple. Pure Pyro with a €2 Oh no, sorry, Pure Pyro. Well, no, we'll start with Pure Pyro and then we'll go back to Mopman. Pure Pyro with a €2 dono. Jack, have you checked out UFO 50 yet?
Oh fuck yeah, yeah.
100%
new game by Derek Yu, Mr. Spelunky, if you will. It is a collection of several games that the story of which is they like found this old console and refurbished all of these old games, and some real bangers in there.
Yeah, it is 50, and it's not just like a WarioWare 50 little demos. It is 50 full-ass games across all genres imaginable throughout a sort of fake, the life of a fake console throughout the 80s.
Yes.
So you have games made in the early 80s, games made in the late 80s, early 90s, of all different genres, and it's just full-on games. Really impressive. Yeah, by the folks who did Spelunky. Good stuff.
Very, very impressive. And like some of the game, like, you know, obviously these are a lot of the games are, you know, kind of like NES, style, NES quality, but like full games that you could easily sink a couple hours into any individual game, and there are 50 of them.
Mm-hmm. The titular UFO 50.
Big ups to Mooncat. I got for anyone who has played UFO 50, Mooncat is a game in which the controls themselves are so fucked up. It is incredibly engaging. It is one of the most unique platformers I have played bar none, and it was so captivating. The enemy design, your design, the level design. I started playing that way too late at night and stayed up far too late just to finish my playthrough of it.
Yeah.
Live with your...
I haven't even played Mooncat. I've only played like 10 of them.
Oh my god. Play Mooncat. It's so... it's one of those, dare I say, Metroidvania-like, where no. Where like a lot of the game is just figuring out how you move. And then once you figure out how you can do all your different actions, it like opens up the realm of possibilities. And there is like every game has like an achievement and a hidden objective. And I haven't looked it up yet, but I haven't figured out what the hidden objective is yet for Mooncat, but I really want to.
Yeah, UFO 50. That is it is good stuff.
Good
stuff. High reco to anyone who likes digging through the stacks like that.
Oh yeah. Real fun times. Real dang old fun times.
Dang old fun. Mopman 43 with a $2 dono. Thank you so much, Mopman. Marty, finished Echoes of Wisdom. Any thoughts? No, the new Zelda game. I have not finished it. We just got a ton of games just suddenly started coming in that big AAA ones, cool indie ones, all sorts of stuff I'm doing for coverage. So I'm playing a little bit of Zelda every night. I'm on my second row of hearts, and I've gotten sort of to that point in a Zelda game where you initially have your first objective of a few things you need to do, and then you're like, oh, but here's the real thing, and you have to do these things. Kind of like in Link to the Past, you get to the Dark World, or in Ocarina of Time, you get to the 10 years in the future or whatever. So I'm at that point, and just really, really enjoying it. I was talking last night on the podcast about how I love how open-ended so many of the challenges are, and you have these a million echoes, and you can choose how you solve any situation, and all I do is if it's a puzzle, I use beds. I just stack up a bunch of beds, and I solve the puzzle that way. And if it's combat, I just throw a bunch of snakes on the ground. And I have so many stronger enemies. I have like dark nuts. I have like flame monsters. I have all sorts of things. And all I do is just throw snakes on the ground.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good. It's great. Because Zelda's just an absolute menace where I just walk in and I'm like, I got some snakes. And then I throw snakes into a room and see what happens.
That's great. And I guess, like, do you feel like, are you still satisfied tossing snakes in, or do you feel like you're cheesing?
I'm absolutely cheesing, but it makes me smile every time. like eating actual cheese.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just feels good.
Shit. Where's fuck? Where's
okay, and then Lampy with 200 bits. Thank you, Lampy, over in Twitch. Have both of you ordered your $1,700 Death Stranding 2 on the beach jackets yet? You need to review them, then it's a business expense. Sent you the link. Given their site is useless. Yeah, so they've revealed official Death Stranding 2 jackets.
Oh my god.
That are close to $2,000, and they're on sale now.
No, thank you.
Truly, this website is atrocious, but it's by this company Acronym that apparently is like real regarded, well-renowned for streetwear.
Oh.
So if anyone has $1,700 and wants to buy Jack and I a couple winter coats from the hit game Death Stranding, think about it.
No, thank you.
Or spend the money on literally anything else.
Lightning, go.
Lightning, just existing with $5 Canadian. That's the realest name I've ever heard. Thank you for the company today, lads. Really needed this right now. You guys are always the friends I wish I had nearby. Keep up the amazing work. Just existing. Thank you so much. As someone who, right after college, I moved away, very far away from most of my friends. And that's when I really got into podcasts. And so I appreciate that. I know that feeling. I appreciate that. Oh, God damn it. It's sold out, says Indie Mouse. It just went live. What do you mean it's sold out? The jackets. I'm mad it's sold out. Not like I'm going to spend $1,700 on the jacket. I'm mad it's sold out.
But you're still mad that you can't now.
Exactly.
I think that's
Indie Mouse with a great point. This website looks like you right-clicked and viewed the page source. It is shocking how bad this website is, but it just doesn't matter. Like, that's almost their thing, is how did it sell out so quickly?
Right? Wait a minute.
Fuck.
Wait a minute. Why do I have the bats still? There's something I'm not getting about this game yet.
Too many bats.
There's more layers.
You gotta throw the snakes.
Gotta throw the snakes. There's more layers than I've been realizing, I think.
And then Zoe Hrisvelg with $5. Thank you so much, Zoe. Can't stick around, but it was great getting to catch you live for the first time in a while. Thanks for everything you do. Y'all are killing it. Zoe.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you
for coming by. We appreciate that.
You know who's great? Zoe Deschanel.
Is she?
I thought so.
You know what?
I like The New Girl, and I like 500 Days of Summer, even though the movie's kind of...
Is she?
Are you anti-elf?
I'm not anti-elf. I have no strong feelings towards Zoe Deschanel is my problem. I did not watch The New Girl, and I don't know if she is a good or not. Isn't she in
New Girl's pretty good. New Girl's pretty good.
Isn't she in like the new like purple crayon nonsense movie?
Oh yeah, with newly found Trump supporter Shazam.
Yeah, with
Mr.
Shazam.
Yeah, Mr. Shazam. Yes, I believe so. I'm not watching Harold and the Purple Crayon though.
I'm not saying that like that is her tacit approval of Mr. Shazam, but like,
Mr. Shazam. I didn't mind the first Shazam film. The second Shazam film was very bad, but the first Shazam was
I remember the first Shazam being very good. I in fact have not gotten around to seeing the second Shazam because I kept hearing such mediocre things about it. Yeah. Mediocre, not meaty ogre, which I am all down for mediocres.
Or some that's a little delicious dungeon. The little dungeon meshy, am I right?
First thing you've got to do is saute the ogre in butter.
Incredible. That's really good. That's incredible.
I've been holding on to this Senji
your back pocket impression for a while.
Have my Senji impression in my back pocket for a while now. After you've browned each side for maximum flavor, that's when you add it to the stew.
You also sound like you could be part of Arthur Morgan's gang in Red Dead 2 a little bit. Arthur, you just got one more job to do.
Fuck. Come on, bats, go!
Jari with 100 bits. Thank you so much, Jari. To be fair,
yes,
just passing the time until hundreds of beavers tomorrow.
Oh my God, get on hundreds of beavers, everybody!
Hundreds of beavers.
I cannot wait until it is released on physical media, so I can literally just an excuse for me to watch it again. But I'm hoping it has some sick ass commentary or something. Fucking hundreds of beavers.
I saw that they have they've been pushing, which I think is delightful. That they've said, "Hey, do you work at a bar that plays a movie behind the bar?
Yeah,
silently. Just put this movie on." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great." Like, that is a great movie to just have on a TV in the corner. That's like you don't need to pay full attention to. You just look up and you're like, "Well, those beavers. What are they up to?"
Well, look at hey, would you guys just look at all them beavers?
Yeah. Also, legally, you're allowed, if you buy hundreds of beavers on Blu-ray, you can bring it to any restaurant you want.
Yeah.
And if you cry, they'll put it on the TV.
They will.
So that Italian restaurant that Jack was talking about, when you go out and get your spaghetti, bring your chopsticks, bring your copy of 100 Beavers, cry a little bit, like maybe squirt some lemon into your eye, and they'll put it on a TV. Because if there's one thing Italian restaurants are known for, tons of TVs all over the place.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Playing La Dolce Vita.
I'm sorry. Is the Green Bay Packers playing? Hundreds of Beavers time. Yeah, just take over your local sports bar establishment.
Could you imagine going to a place that a BW3s that has 100 TVs, hundreds of Beavers?
Oh my God, do it.
Yeah. Shout out to BW3s. Greyhound, is it a comedy? Yes, it is very much a silent slapstick comedy. Starring beavers.
A silent slapstick comedy. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah. So many sticks get slapped.
It is a silent, black and white slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
And several times during the movie, you will say to yourself, this can't... Oh my God, there's still an enemy alive. Several times during the movie, you will say to yourself, this can't work for the entire time of the movie, and it keeps working.
It does.
It's shocking.
Yeah. And then they two of the Beavers get married and then have a bunch of kids, and it's called 101 Beavers. That was 101 Dalmatians. I can't believe she was pregnant and had 100 babies. Like, that can't be healthy.
That cannot be healthy. Oh my God. Oh,
is that real? Was that based on a true story?
That was based on a true story. It was a dog that had 100 babies. The babies were maggots.
No, they weren't. They were cute pups. Cruella de Vil.
No, I meant in real life.
Maggots?
In real life. Yeah, and then Cruella de Vil made a coat of maggots. Jesus, okay. Jack. I do not apologize. I do not apologize.
Yeah. I mean, Casey said that he would 1,000% wear the jacket Kojima has on that site. Well, you can't because it's sold out. It's $1,700.
And you cannot expense that to Second Wind, Casey. We will not allow you to expense that.
Because I already called dibs on it. What if it's Sisterhood of the Traveling Expensive Jacket? We get one jacket and then we share it. Like, and that episode, like that issue of Radioactive Man that all the kids on The Simpsons shared.
Yeah.
And then it broke.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think it broke. I think they tore it in half. I don't think a comic can break.
Well, I guess it can break, but we would just call that a tear.
Yeah, that's true. I keep clicking. Keep clicking back to that jacket. George Lucas with 100 bits says, speaking of Hercules in New York, George Lucas, you can't bring the thing up and then say, speaking of this.
Yes, you can. That's great. Do it.
Speaking of Hercules in New York, what is this? I'm hearing about Edgar Wright remaking The Running Man. I like both the book and the Arnold film. What say you? I'm a big fan of The Running Man, big fan of the Arnold movie, and yes, Edgar Wright of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim fame is remaking Running Man, and I believe friend of the show, Glenn Powell, the star of the Tornado film Twisters, is playing the lead role in it. Yeah.
That is a movie I would watch for several reasons. I think Edgar Wright isn't the greatest storyteller, but a hell of a director, and that is a movie that does not need a good story.
There's already a story, and we already know the story.
Yeah.
It's man, future kind of sucks, but I guess I'm in this game.
Here's my Twisters Glenn Powell story. Is just last night, no joke, I had friends over for a Twisters double feature.
Oh, that's big too.
Because we were playing some board games a couple weeks ago, and I made some offhanded Twisters references. And this group of contemporaries, people about my age, maybe a little younger, had never seen Twister or Twisters.
What were they doing in the mid-90s? We didn't have that many options of things to do during a summer.
We looked at it. Twister was the number 2 movie of that year, right behind Independence Day. What are you doing?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, what were they doing in the mid-90s? They were probably kissing.
Because
also,
they are
where
cool.
You know where you can kiss? You can kiss in the audience of a Helen Hunt film.
But then you're not watching the film. You're too busy kissing.
You're too busy tongue twisting.
Right. And so I think
tongue twisters.
These people are significantly cooler than me. So while I was watching Twister and not kissing, they were kissing and not watching Twister. Who's the winner here?
So you showed them the movie last night.
So I showed them the movie last night, and we get done watching Twister, and everybody loves it. Obviously, it's great. And we start talking about how much we love Helen Hunt and how I'm not going to say it was sexist, because it was men and ladies talking about how attractive Helen Hunt is.
We're just mad about her.
Right? Bill Pullman was mad at Helen Hunt and at Paul Reiser at different times in his career, if you think about it.
Damn. Really mad about you.
And so I'm saying, I say, there's someone in Twister who's like 5 Helen Hunts. And they go, no, Helen Hunt is far too attractive. There's no one that's more attractive than Helen Hunt in Twister.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
5 of them.
Fuck, hold on, wait, I'm too busy telling my Twister story, and I'm about to die, and I don't want to die.
Oh no, don't get it twisted.
No, I got 10 whole seconds. This is the problem. We can do it. I did it. Whew, okay. So, I said, there's someone in the new movie. 5 Helen Hunts worth of attractiveness. And they all shake their head, and they said, "Who is it?" And I said, "I'm not even going to tell me. I'm not even going to tell you. You tell me when that person comes on screen." And they're like, whatever. And we start watching Twisters, and it's fine. It's a good movie. It's a wonderful movie. And all of a sudden, Glenn Powell steps out of his pickup truck, and literally everyone in my house goes, oh. And
it's so attractive.
The person I was talking to about this goes, who is that? Yeah. And I said, that's the person I was talking about, motherfucker. And they all agreed that Glenn Powell is a wonderful specimen of a human being.
You know what? I dare say, I think he's a hottie.
He's a hottie.
Snake in the Garden. Glenn Powell isn't attractive to me at all. Snake in the Garden. It must be an Irish thing.
We all have different tastes. That is not a condemnation of you. That's just, and part of my attractiveness to him is probably the power fantasy. I want to be that. But
if you got to chase it, you got to. I can't remember what his phrase was. If you see it, you chase it.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Glenn Powell he's been famously. Tom Cruise has taken him under his wing, and Tom Cruise is like molding him into the next like Hollywood icon.
Oh,
which is kind of a little slightly worrisome. I was gonna say slightly troubling. Snake in the Garden though says Carl Urban now. Whoa, baby. Carl Urban very attractive as well. Johnny Boys, Butcher Boys, whatever his name is in The Boys.
Yeah, the Butcher Boy.
Jessica Lena. Me. How hot could he really be? Also me searching. Oh, I see what you mean.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Like just a very, very handsome man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. Big career ahead. He's been in a couple great movies I highly recommend. Everybody Wants Some.
Yeah.
From Richard Linklater, great summer coming of age movie. Also in a great rom-com from a couple of years ago called Set It Up. Highly recommend if you like rom-coms, Set It Up with him and Zoe Deutsch, who I'm a big fan of.
Oh.
Zoe Deutsch. I'm relatively sure Zoe Deutsch might be a Nepo baby, but it doesn't matter.
There's so many. I didn't realize that motherfucking Osgood Perkins was a Nepo baby.
It's just Anthony Perkins' his son.
Until Darren said it on the podcast earlier this week, I was like, wait a minute. Osgood Perkins is Anthony Perkins' son? Jesus Christ.
A lot of Nepo babies. Oh, yeah, Zoe Deutsch, the daughter of Leah Thompson, who's the mom in Back to the Future.
Motherfucker. I mean, and it's like, I got nothing against Nepo babies because, like, the good ones are going to be good no matter what. Obviously, like, they have an advantage because they have access to the people, and, of course, they're probably wealthy to start with, and so they have an easier life. But, hey, if they're making good things, it doesn't matter to me where they come from.
Oh, and there's some of my favorite young actors right now. You got Margaret Qualley. We just talked about The Substance.
Yeah,
she's Addie McDowell's daughter. Is great. Maya Hawke.
Maya Hawke
daughter. She's a double Nepo baby because Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman. John David Washington from Tenet is Denzel Washington's son.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, there's a lot of friend of the podcast Jack Quaid is
Jack Quaid is great.
The most charming and wonderful person.
Yeah.
I was talking to my mother about him recently because she doesn't watch TV or movies, and I was trying to explain, Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's baby, and my mother goes, oh.
You should. Did you show her Glenn Powell afterwards?
Well, but it's just like, like as far as charms and looks, like yes, a perfect blend of Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt Russell.
Son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some moves. Good. That Wyatt.
Good actors. Fungus Finder gave us a $2 dono. This was back a little while ago, so just pretend we were like 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can't break an ACL or tear a bone. You could tear a bone.
Tear a bone?
Terrebonne. I come from Terrebonne, Indiana.
Can you?
I don't know what that was in reference to.
Is that a thing you can do? Can you? I guess is a break a tear?
Oh, we were talking. That's the Radioactive Man comic, ripping and tearing.
Yeah,
ripping and breaking. I don't know if it breaks a tear.
That's the
question.
question.
It's all semantic. This is awesome.
I think a rip
semantic zone.
A rip is a subset of break.
All rips are breaks, but not all breaks are rips.
Correct.
What about Rip Torn?
Rip Torn is the best.
Originally,
kind of
did you know his Christian name is Break Torn? Wait, no, I said that. Rip Torn? Is that his name?
Rip
I'm
Torn.
just now thinking. It's just Rip and Torn?
Rip and Torn.
That'd be like someone's legal name being Break Smash.
I don't believe that is his actual name. I guess I have always assumed that is his stage name, but crazier things have happened.
Really no way to know. Lazarus Orange with a highlighted message.
That's not a real name.
Lazarus Orange. That's probably not. I don't think Lazarus Orange is a real name. Every time I'm in a bar or restaurant with a movie, it's always Nacho Libre. Where do you live? Right. Where do you live where they're just like, you know what we're going to put on tonight? A little bit of Nacho Libre.
I have never seen Nacho Libre.
I don't think it's that good.
That's what I keep...
That was Jared Hess, the guy who did Napoleon Dynamite.
But like Napoleon Dynamite, obviously, like, seminal, what do you call it? Landstone, not Landstone.
Cornerstone? Landmark?
Ooh, Landmark. That was the word I was looking for. Like landmark indie comedy. And his bonkers, what was the Space Boy Cowboy, Space Fighter Cowboy movie?
Gentleman Broncos.
Gentleman Broncos is one of the most bizarre movies I've ever seen. I say that as a compliment.
The Minecraft film. Starring Jack Black, the titular Nacho Libre.
He's directing the Minecraft film?
I believe Jared Hess is, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Or I've been lying to people about who's directing the Minecraft movie, which is, I feel like we're at a 50-50. Jared Hess, also a shocking beard. Just like a real thick beard. We got some work put out for us if we want to look like Jared Hess. Jared Hess is directing the Minecraft movie. There you go.
What? Why? Who's hiring Jared Hess still? What kind of world are we living in, Marty?
We're in a crazy zone. I don't know who else is going to.
This is not me being anti-Jared Hess. I figured he was going the like Kevin Smith route, where he's like, I'm just going to make my weirdo little movies that no one will pay attention to, but eventually there'll be clips of on TikTok. The fact that he is getting Minecraft, what are we doing, Hollywood? What are we doing?
He's just a safe hand. They're like, all right, we could pay this person $5 million and they'll just do exactly what we say.
Have you seen Gentleman Bronco? He is not a safe hand whatsoever. What did he do before? What did he do after Gentleman Bronco?
I feel like he probably did TV, right? But Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre, Gentleman Broncos, Don Veridian, starring Sam Rockwell, Amy Ryan, Jermaine Clement, Will Forte, and Danny McBride. I've literally never heard of.
Yep.
Masterminds I saw in theaters and did not like, starring Zach Galifianakis, Owen Wilson, Kristen Wiig, and Kate McKinnon. It was about a heist.
Yeah.
A heist, a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Most recently, this year, directing a kids movie, which I'm assuming this is what got him the Minecraft thing, but a movie called Thelma the Unicorn.
What?
It's about a unicorn named Thelma seemingly making it big in Hollywood. It's a CG movie. Voices by Will Forte, Jermaine Clement, Zach Galifianakis, John Hader. He works with the same people, so at the very least, I feel like that means the people like working with him, which I think goes a long way.
It does go a long way, but Minecraft is a big deal.
Very big deal, yeah.
I just can't imagine a studio head being like, give that to the Napoleon Dynamite guy. You know the guy
almost too weird. Like it should have been Minecraft should have been directed by like the guy who directed fucking Deadpool and Wolverine.
Exactly.
Right? Like who did Night at the Museum. Like they're like, oh, okay, this is a safe hand.
This is a safe hand. Like, no, let's give it to the guy who had a running is Sam Rockwell's character a transsexual in Gentleman Bronco? Like, yep. That's who we're given the Minecraft movie to.
What if they sat down with him and then were like, "Hey, we want to give you this movie. We have a lot of notes, everything from your previous movies that you can't do any of these.
You just can't do any of
it. You can't do any of these. Can't do anything. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows?
Amazing.
No one knows. Doctors don't even know. Lampy with 200 bits. Thank you so much. Speaking of Frieren, we can't keep starting things with speaking. We didn't even bring up Frieren beforehand. You can't say speaking of Frieren. Frieren's a popular anime, a manga and anime.
By the way, no, this is exactly what you do. Because, by the way, we don't remember all the bullshit we talk about. So, like, 8 times out of 10, we might be like, oh, yeah, we were talking about Frieren, right?
Speaking of Frieren, Jack,
Yeah.
have you ever watched Frieren?
Nope.
Marty has. Well, I watched the first 2 episodes of Frieren, and then I did get sidetracked by several other anime, including Blue Lock, because I need to know what's happening with my soccer boys.
Yeah.
But I think I only have like 5 episodes of Blue Lock left. Frieren, the framing device is pretty cool. It's this adventure RP, like traditional D&D adventuring party that goes out, and you have a warrior, you have a mage, you have an elf, you have all that stuff.
Yeah.
But the show begins when they have they have beat the bad guy. They set out on a several-year quest, like a decade-long quest. They have defeated the evil.
Yeah.
And then they all get back to the city and are like, well, we've been traveling for 10 years. We're going to part ways now. Like, our adventuring party is over. And they all part ways, but Frieren, who's the main character, is an elf, and she is ostensibly immortal.
Ah.
And like decades and decades go by, and she's kind of tries to plan this reunion, but all the other members are like dead or old. And so it's like, and she's just the same. And
right.
So that's after 2 episodes, that's where I got. But I liked the kind of the melancholy of like, we were this adventuring party and I want to get us back together, but because I am an elf, I am not aging, and everyone else has gotten old and is dying.
Oh my god.
Starring Glenn Powell, yes, Chad.
Starring Glenn Powell. There you go.
Starring Glenn Powell.
Marty, I cannot make it past this level. This is tough.
I believe in you.
This is tough.
Why don't you pull out your Game Genie and or Game Shark?
All right, hold on.
Give it a healthy blow. And then put it
Clunk.
I don't like, some people are like, that's bad
Yeah.
for the thing if you blow. And to me, I'm like, fucking get with it, nerd. I'm still going to blow into my cartridges.
No, I was the kind of nerd who understood that adding moisture to your metal contacts is really bad. So I was Q-tip and Windex all the way, which is the proper way to do it. A little Windex.
I have such a dry blow. You can't even imagine how dry my blow is. It is the safest, driest blow in the history of SNES cartridges. I should have started a service. I did put up flyers around my hometown that said, do you need a safe dry blow? I'm your man. I got a ton of calls, and my mom told me to never do that again.
Yeah,
but
yeah. You started an FBI file. Great. That's great.
Yeah. But suffice it to say, my NES doesn't work anymore. So maybe you were actually right all along.
Counted it. Great. Beautiful dry blow.
52 minutes in, clip it.
I by the way, 48 minutes in.
48, sorry.
48 minutes
we didn't start on the hour. We didn't start on the hour.
We didn't start exactly on the hour. I wrote it down. We're trying to get better at...
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, we're trying to get better at finding the good clips so we can, clip them for the shorts and whatnot.
If you ever see something that gives you a little chuckle,
yeah,
or even an interesting tidbit, maybe a good monologue, something educational, something funny, something entertaining, give it a clip. Go to Discord, put it in that stream highlights channel, because we want to get better. We as hosts need to get better about doing clippies.
Yeah.
But you know what? You, chat, you are our shield in our crusade. I was going to say against clips, but no, we're pro clips. Mostly if you see something funny, just clip it and let us know, and we're going to try to do the same, and maybe we can share our clips with everybody.
Yeah.
Who knows? Also, is that whole moisture thing, is that real?
Yes.
Is moisture real?
Moisture is real, and yes, blowing in your cartridge, not only is it bad for the metal contacts, it specifically says on the Nintendo cartridges not to blow in them.
Yeah.
Windex or just rubbing alcohol in general and a Q-tip will fix 99% of your NES or cartridge problems in general.
There you go. Pro tip
for
100-year-old men out there like us.
Well, and for a good while, I worked at a used video game store, and we would oftentimes get in cartridges from people just like selling a lot of stuff, and they're like, "Oh, half of these cartridges don't work," and then a little Q-tip later, and all of a sudden we have a million working games because
Oh, thanks. Where in Milwaukee you're going to use game store?
Yeah.
What store?
It is a store no longer around. It was called the Video Game Exchange.
Oh, I remember the Video Game Exchange.
Yeah, there was a couple.
Well, we had a couple in Madison as well. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, there was a couple Milwaukee locations, and I worked at one of them. It was mostly bullshit sitting around. Let's move faster. I think moving faster will be more beneficial.
Try spinning. That's a good trick.
Settle right down.
Think about it.
I did.
Luke Skywalker's a Nepo baby, right? Not Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker himself. Absolutely Nepo baby. Both his parents are crazy famous.
Absolutely.
His uncle's famous. His robots are famous. Everyone's famous in his life except his dumb aunt and uncle. They're dead.
And they're dead. So look what not getting famous got them.
Think about it. Speaking of fame, George Lucas. Whiplash is back in theaters for an HBD 10. Make sure you go see it. It's great. I'm a big fan of Whiplash. Directed by the same writer and director of La La Land.
Oh.
Damien Chazelle. I think he's like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5, whatever he's done. He's got Whiplash, great movie. He's got La La Land. He's got First Man. His movies are wildly entertaining. First Man is about a sad man who goes to space and then comes back and is like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I miss space.
I love a good sad man story.
Yeah, especially, oh my God, a sad dude in space. Sad girls. Anyone sad in space.
Anyone.
Gravity is like fucking terrible up there.
Oh,
Ad
yeah.
Astra, Interstellar. Remember Interstellar when he gets stuck behind the bookcase?
I never saw Interstellar.
Oh, there's a great scene where he gets stuck behind a bookcase.
Because I was so disappointed with Dark Knight Rises that I stayed away from Mr. Man for a little bit. And then I came back for Tenet and I was like, oh yeah, this is bullshit. I don't like any of the things he does.
Did you see Johnny Oppenheimer?
I did. Okay, never mind. I loved, and then I came back for Johnny Oppenheimer because Oppenheimer was gorgeous. But that Tenet, I didn't care for it. Just didn't care for it. That's my hot take.
There you go. John Blee, speaking of the substance, were we actually talking about the substance earlier?
No, see, you almost
might have
fooled
been
us.
talking about the substance earlier. Though.
You almost fooled us because we could have been talking about the substance.
I can't remember. We talked about Mark Qualley and Dennis Quaid, both of whom are 2 of the 3 stars of the substance.
Right.
So there you go. Speaking of the substance, it's always nice to see when a writer-director is a fan of the game Inside. Ooh, achi machi. The game Inside is great. We're not going to go into any substance spoilers, but the game Inside is great. They haven't made a game since then, which Playdead, I think it's time. Take your time, but also, it's time.
But also, it's time.
Watch yourself. Shake that ass. Show us what you're working on. Did you do it?
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit behind. I didn't know.
I die at the same time to the same enemies. Oh, and I feel like I'm getting the flow, and then I die. But that's okay. It's one of those games. It's very hard.
Getting that flow state. Jyree with 100 bits. Bleeped KC's Racing Rage YouTube short, please. Earlier this week on Hidden Gems, they played Parking Garage Driftmaster.
Oh, yeah. That looks great.
Yeah, and Casey, I think, forgot he was live to an audience with friends, and let me tell you, he got screwed over by the game. He was not thrilled. He was not thrilled.
Beautiful.
Which is a great clip. Beautiful clip. The best clip, actually. It's the greatest clip.
Some have called it the best clip.
Some have called it. People come up to me, tears in their eyes, and they say, "Sir, Casey's clip is the best clip I've ever seen." Thought Takes with a $5 dono. Appreciate you. Thought Takes. Moisture is bad. However, a bit of moisture can bridge a contact in a pinch. Works in the short term, degrades the contact in a long term.
There you go. That's the real problem. Is like blowing does work for a short amount of time. So everyone was like, oh yeah, just blow on it. And then, a month down the line, that moisture is still on the contact and now it's rusted and forever broken.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Counterpoint. Have you ever met a dry blower?
A dry...
I don't know if you have.
Never.
I don't know if you have. Oh, Snake in the Garden. Sorry, I did. I completely missed your super chat earlier as well. Are you blocked? You're not blocked, Snake in the Garden. There's been a lot. I've been doing a lot of scrollies, and we take a long time to get to these. Snake in the Garden with €2 dono. Appreciate you, Snake in the Garden. This is a nice chat after all the sexy talk on Firelink last night.
There was sexy
if I would
talk?
have read it earlier, it would have. I think it came at a more wholesome time, but then we talked about it after blowing. Yeah, we talked about because the big 2 things. Stellar Blade had an update where they've created like a more realistic cleavage physics, and then Death Stranding 2's photo mode ostensibly has you doing photo shoots with the characters in the game.
Not necessarily sexy, but could be. No,
we talked about sex appeal.
Oh, okay.
Like the idea, like, is sex appeal important to us in games and character designs and stories and in relationships and everything?
Sure.
Hey, you know what? I think, despite the fact that we use the word goonin quite a bit,
what?
it was a pretty nice conversation.
What's gooning?
Gooning? Oh my God, you don't know about gooners? We can't have 2 streams in a row where we focus on gooning.
What?
We can't. We just can't. We can't do double goons.
Okay, no, then fine. Then I don't want to know, and I don't. Do I Google it later?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You want me to?
There's actually a search engine for this, which is called Google. So it's like Google, but you put an ad in the middle. Says we could definitely double goon. No one could double goon. I'm not. You know what? Gooning, much like the Matrix, I can't explain what gooning is to you. Gooning is something you need to experience for yourself.
I don't like it. How about that?
Morpheus, aka cab driver from Megalopolis. I don't remember what his name was. He rode the cab.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop it. Nope.
Have you convinced any of your IRL friends to go see Megalopolis?
No. They all refuse because they all hear it's a bad movie, and I have to tell them, like, yes, it's a bad movie. Go see it.
It's a feature, not a bug. That's a feature, not a bug.
It's it's bad, but you want to see, how, because it's not like The Room bad, but it is almost The Room bad, right?
It's almost The Room bad. Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great. And it's like, how do you tell people, like, oh, this is starring actors who you love, written, directed, and produced by a director, writer, producer whom at least one movie you love, and it is on par with The Room. How do you sell that to someone?
The Room was $150 million and contains some of like the defining stars of our generation.
Right.
Of several generations, honestly. Good stuff. Go see Megalopolis. Go see Caesar Cicero.
Yeah.
I think those are 2 separate characters, but it's fine.
I was talking recently to some other bad movie enjoyers who shall remain nameless, and trying to convince them to see Megalopolis. And even they are on the fence because they're like, oh, it's a Hollywood movie. It can't be that bad. And you have to just look at them and go, no.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand. It is
like it's a new layer of bad because of how much money and prestige there is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go see it.
Ghost, see it. George Lucas, after bringing up Morpheus. Ooh, a bridge to Matrix talk. Speaking of epic final fights, was the over-the-top Smith versus Neo fight in the Matrix Revolutions. Superman brawl, good or bad schlock? What say you? They fly all over the place, and then Smith sticks his fist inside Neo, and he explodes.
Right.
200 bits. I felt like I started to tune out as the fights became a little too reliant on CG in the Matrix 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like, I still like the movies for like kind of their ideas and like the journey and everything, but I do not think the fights are nearly as impressive as some of the more practical or not overly CG fights from the original Matrix movie, where the original Matrix movie still used a lot of wire work and sort of interesting in-camera techniques. 2 and 3 just started being like, well, we're going to turn Neo into a video game character. And at that time, especially going back to watch it, it is very obvious when a real human becomes a fake human.
Oh, yeah. And yeah. All of that, like... I understand that they are wearing their anime inspiration like on their sleeve, but there is a point in which you do just check out.
Sure, and there's a point where like, well, certain things look cool in anime or animation, and they just look weird in live action. Yeah. But then the Wachowskis made Speed Racer, which I'm gonna be honest, walked that line very finely. I'm a big Speed Racer fan.
100% big Speed Racer fan. I will defend Speed Racer and have defended it several times.
Yeah, John Goodman, Matthew Fox, the lead of TV's Lost,
of the hit show Lost.
Oh my God, we love Lost.
Yeah, no, it's great. It is a movie in which there is actual tangible car kung fu. Yeah. And it looks rad as hell.
Yeah. Jeez, Tudor, Speed Racer, the first and only movie of the 21st century.
I
love it. John Blee. Speaking of those friends who shall remain nameless, have you or your loved one ever encountered a ghost? Have you done the ghost stories?
Growing up, my mother was a house flipper. And so growing up, actually what we would do is she would, buy a crappy house. We would live in it while we all repaired it, and then we would move out to the next house. And so I, growing up, lived in a lot of crappy, old, rundown houses that I was sure were filled with ghosts.
Oh. Did you have any like spooky sightings, or was it just like there's got to be a ghost somewhere around here?
One in particular that was particularly haunted. I do not believe in ghosts, by the way. One that was particularly haunted did have a tendency to, like, you would leave the kitchen, come back, and all of the cabinets would be open. That is just a thing that has happened to me in real life, where I was in the kitchen, got a glass of water, left, came back to put the water back. All the cabinets and drawers were wide open. That is a real thing that has happened to me. I'm sure it was either a sibling that was fucking with me, or just that it's an old ass house that was tilting.
I think you had a conjuring. That's what I think.
And anything is possible. I don't believe that ghosts exist.
I'm in a similar, but I'm very much in the I want to believe, like a Fox Mulder. I've never seen anything. I'm very open to it. I'm just like, bring all the spookies to me. I would love a spooky sighting. I've never had it. And I'm very much like, I'm fine sleeping in any weird house alone. I'm not scared of the dark.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think I think if the spookies existed, we would have solid concrete evidence of that, and we do not.
No.
I'm open to the idea. I just don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're there yet. And I think if we think about it practically, I don't know if I've ever said my real ghost theory on a stream or podcast before. Hold on. Aha! I made it past the level. But if ghosts are intangible, they would no longer be affected by Earth's gravity, and they would fly off into space.
Oh my God, space would just be lousy with ghosts.
Earth's orbit would just be a trail of dead ghosts, right? If ghosts are affected by gravity and they can't touch the ground, so they would be pulled towards the molten center of the Earth, which, by the way, maybe means that the core of the Earth is compacted ghosts.
Like a ghost furnace?
It's a ghost furnace, which, by the way, I think is a sick idea.
Yeah, write that down.
A ghost furnace.
Furnace. Adventures Night, Season 5. Ghost Furnace. There's just like, I don't want to be like the logical. Like, I definitely believe that there's like extraterrestrial life. I don't know if they're visiting us. Like, I think they're taking a look at us and they're like, thanks, but no thanks. I don't want to deal with this.
It's one of those, like, what is that called? The Fermi Paradox?
No, I've seen the movie The Firm. I don't know what paradox you're talking about. Fermi Paradox?
I want to say it's called the Fermi Paradox, in which, like, there is so much space and so many planets that extraterrestrial life must exist in some form. Therefore, they are either not contacting us on purpose, or
Yeah, it's pretty much, if life is so easy, someone from somewhere must have come calling by now. The Fermi Paradox is a discrepancy between the lack of conclusive evidence of advanced extraterrestrial life and the apparent likelihood of its existence.
Yes.
Named after an Italian-American physicist. That's cool.
Yeah, and so, like, to me, that's an interesting theory. I obviously, if we believe in kind of our, oh my God, I'm failing so hard already. If we are to accept like our current understanding of evolution, I also think it's very, very likely, though, that alien life could have such a different look and feel, and to where we would not understand what it looks or feels like, even if we saw it. It might not, because there's no guarantee that it would have any sort of physical embodiment, right?
It is crazy how long this Wikipedia page for the Fermi Paradox is.
Yeah.
There's also something called grabby aliens.
Grabby aliens?
Grabby aliens.
Wait a minute.
Quiet, loud, and grabby aliens. In 2021, the concepts of quiet, loud, and grabby aliens were introduced by Hansen. The possible loud aliens expand rapidly in highly detectable ways throughout the universe and endure, while quiet aliens are hard or impossible to detect and eventually disappear. Grabby aliens prevent the emergence of other civilizations and their sphere of influence, which expands at a rate near the speed of light. I don't know what I just read.
Right.
The term grabby aliens, though, is very funny.
I do like that. No, but I think, like, I see in chat someone is saying, like, what if clouds are aliens, right? And it's like, what if? Like, what if, like, that's how life evolved for them, for that species, to which they are vaporous and have no way of communicating with us in any reasonable way, so we would have no idea that they were aliens. And they're just like, we have been hanging around on your planet for a long time, and you haven't noticed us.
And all you do is you make fun of us when you say you're sick and you say you're under the weather, but you're under us.
Oh, you brought it back under the weather!
Also, want to bring it back to one more thing. Just got an email. Bandai Namco, for only $200, you can buy an Elden Ring Malekith the Black Blade jacket. Oh. This one's not sold out. So, friends, if you want to save $1,500 but still want a sick-ass jacket, get a cool Malekith the Black Blade jacket.
Oh, my. Why is everyone going jacket?
Oh, it's jacket season.
I guess it is jacket season. It just
Speaking of Alien Clouds, jean jacket from Nope. Alien Cloud. Did you see Nope? If you didn't see Nope, no,
I did see Nope.
Yeah, the alien was called Jean Jacket, and it was a cloud.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I don't think it was a cloud. It just it had a cloud. It used a cloud for cover.
Jack, I watch movies. I don't understand them. I'm not here to understand what's going on. I'm here to stare at it and be like, damn, that alien's a cloud, and it bled all over the house. Last couple super chats. Lampy with 200 biddies. Thank you so much. Speaking of ghosts, Marty, have you bought any more Amiibo or PS5 controllers? First off, that's not a speaking of. Second, no, I haven't bought any Amiibo. And then I do have one more PS5 controller coming. That's gray like a PS1 controller. But after that, no more PS5 controllers.
Nice.
I do want to buy an Xbox controller because they just released some official ones that are see-through, like translucent.
Oh, I love that.
I used to love my N64 controllers that were like translucent purple, kind of looked like a sex toy before I knew what sex toys were. So I want to buy one of those.
But you just knew you liked it.
I knew I liked it. I like a nice. It felt like that was like pre-Y2K. Like, oh, this is the future. This is what the future is going to look like. Translucent.
I like seeing the wires and I like seeing the circuit boards. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Also, I haven't bought any Dreamcast games. Snake in the Garden. No, look at me. Look at me, not buying things. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. I'm not buying things. I'm not here to buy things.
I'm not here to make friends or buy things.
And I'm all out of bubblegum. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, Roddy Piper.
R.I.P.
Former WWF champion. R.I.P. Yeah, he was great.
He was.
They Live. Great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Undisputed. Great movie.
Yeah, and if you say it isn't, why don't you get the hell out of here? Think about here. Kick rocks. Kick rocks and get out of here.
Why don't you go kick rocks?
Yeah. Jari with 100 bits says, Marty, how did you feel about putting on the Wii sleeve? Never did.
Never did.
I've never put a case on my phone.
Nope.
I've been raw dogging phones since fucking college.
By the way, same with me.
It's on me. It's on me if I drop it.
Same with me. I do not put a case on my phone. You know why? When Apple spends billions of dollars designing their phone, they don't design it with a case in mind. They design the phone in mind. You hold that like they designed it.
Also, if you're worried about dropping your phone, you're a big goo goo gaga, baby. Just fucking keep your phone in your hand, put it in your pocket. What are you doing?
What are you, Mr. Butterfingers? Hold on to your phone, dip.
I've cracked several phones. Not several phones. I've cracked 2 phones. I haven't cracked a phone in like a decade. But one was when I tossed it on my bed and it just bounced off my bed onto the floor.
Yeah.
You know what? I learned a lesson. Don't toss things willy-nilly. Jesse Galena, how do you two not just break phones weekly? And then I am a goo goo gaga baby. I'm not making a judgment call. It's totally fine if you're a goo goo gaga baby.
Yeah.
Like most of us start off as goo goo gaga babies. You know, if we live long enough, you kind of devolve back into a goo goo gaga baby, like Benjamin Button.
Ooh.
You know. I like sliding a phone into my pocket, and I don't want it to like, I can't get in my pocket because all this rubber nonsense. Get out of there.
Because all this, that's not how phones are designed. That's not. Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. I finally have a really good synergy that I'm really happy with, and I might die anyway. Oh,
no, you won't. You won't. I know you won't, because I feel it. You know who else feels it? Sussy Guru with a 5-euro dono. I added a fake leather wallet case to my phone like a goddamn boomer, and I will not apologize for that.
Like a goddamn boomer.
Like a GD boomer.
Wow.
That is, Snake the Garden is a very good point about women's pockets sucking. Pocket patriarchy prejudice. Triple P. I think big purse. I think it's because of big purse.
It's 100% big purse. Yeah.
Big purse is like, hey, let's remove the pockets so that they have to buy more purse.
I think it's just good old classic sexism, which is like the majority of pants for ladies are tight fitting, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's all men value them for. Can you squeeze into a tight pair of shit? And there's no room for pockets when you got that.
There's no room for pockets. It's complete malarkey.
It's malarkey. I'm not even going to pronounce malarkey correctly.
Malarkey, the Black Blade.
You can get a jacket now, I've heard.
You can get a whole jacket based on the patriarchy. George Lucas, you said you had 100-bit dono about Poltergeist up there, and I see it now. Sorry, I totally missed it. Oh, okay. We've said this before. You need to be able to sort donos on Twitch in the way that, like, YouTube, very easy to see donos.
Yeah,
Twitch,
a couple clicks of a button.
There's a way, but I don't want to learn.
Well, and also, like, if there was a way that you could make the bits stand out a little bit more, because the bits blend in, like, there's a lot of flashing objects on Twitch.
A YouTube dono, like, the whole shit is highlighted.
Yeah.
We all love the set. We all love all 17 Puppet Master movies, but what about the Poltergeist trilogy and remake? I'm a fan of the first Poltergeist. Toby Hooper.
My hot take is that the first Poltergeist isn't as good as we remember it.
I've not seen it in probably 20 years.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to, because I don't want to live your life.
No, hold on to your memory. Because I loved it growing up, so I very eagerly showed it to my children in the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. And you watch it, and it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring.
I like the scary old lady.
Oh yeah. No, there's some good ghosts, there's some good spooks, but like overall it's pretty boring. That's my hot take.
Got Craig T. Nelson, who I'm also a fan of, the star of the hit show Coach, titular coach.
If you will, Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible himself is in it. No, it's what it is. Poltergeist is a perfectly adequate movie. It's fine, but like nostalgia is doing a lot of heavy lifting for your particular love of Poltergeist. First of all, now in Twitch, y'all are going fucking crazy with all this.
I didn't even know you could do any of this.
But
I think I regret saying anything.
But now, do you see how hard it is to see stuff? Like even now, it's like who gave what to what?
Amazon, what are you doing? It's weird that I'm like, Amazon, you need to be more like Google, but you got to be more like Google,
right?
Google, it's very easy to see everything over in Google, but in Amazon, this is nonsense.
This is madness.
Also, did you know in 2015 there was a Poltergeist remake starring Sam Rockwell and Jared Harris?
I did not. I've removed that from my brain. I did not know that.
Also, according to Wikipedia, which I imagine this isn't happening anymore, in April 2019, it was announced that the Russo brothers were going to make a new version. The Russo brothers of the Avengers everything fame. But now they're going back to more Avengers, so they're probably not doing that.
No.
Also, everything they've made outside of Arrested Development / Community and their Avengers movies are bad. I mean, every time they try to make something else, it's very bad.
Yeah. They got their thing now. Just go back to making comedy, maybe. Maybe just make some more Arrested Development, maybe.
Well, did you see seasons 4 and 5? Maybe not.
Maybe not. You're right. You know what? Maybe not.
Let's make a new comedy. Yeah.
Or just like retire. You should have enough money now just to like. Why don't you go like live a life of luxury and laziness? Russo brothers.
Banana Boat. No. That wasn't slander. Arrested Development seasons 1 through 3 are some of my favorite sitcoms ever. Like,
some of my favorite is like comedy
incredible.
Ever. Not even like TV comedy in general. Arrested Development 1 through 3.
The other night we were talking on one of the streams, maybe it was Rewind, about how for comedies a lot of times it takes a season or so to like get their footing. Arrested Development didn't. Arrested Development, like those characters are who they are, set like from the beginning, and they are perfect. The casting is perfect, the writing is perfect. It just is born perfect.
We might be able to blame Arrested Development for our high standards for a first season of television.
For a first season, honestly, yeah, arguably the best first season of any sitcom ever.
Amazing,
Argue.
amazing stuff.
Argue, and then I guess, do I read these terrifying ones?
I guess you do, yeah.
Sorry, literally, chat. Does the scary highlighted ones? Does that cost money?
I assume it does.
It seems like it. John Blee, what about blowing into your PS5 controller? Does that damage the wiring? That's a great question. You have to occasionally blow an Astrobot. Oh yeah, the borders do cost money. Okay, we're gonna read them all. But I did a dry blow for Astrobot, so it's fine. My PS5 controllers are fine. Lampy, thank you so much. Does this stand out enough for you, Jack? George Lucas, Lords of the Fallen won't play itself.
Oh, you're right. I do need to figure that out. The real question for, I guess, y'all, because y'all would be watching it, is and I'll put up a poll over on the Discord. That's what I'll do. I'll put up a poll on the Discord. Is, do you want a Lords of the Fallen top to bottom playthrough, or do you want a Lies of P top to bottom playthrough?
Eliza P herself.
Eliza
P voting. I just like saying Eliza P.
Eliza P. Because I know Jess Hoops will be doing some more stuff with us in general, and she is a big fan of Liza P, and so it's like, oh, maybe myself and Jess Hoops can do that stream.
That's great. And I know we know Spooky Month is here.
Yeah.
We can't do a soft confirm. Jemate is locked in to do a Resident Evil 7 playthrough this month.
Oh my God.
Resi 7. I know Jesse's got some ideas, some spookies he wants to do. The spookies are coming. Don't you all worry. The spookies are coming. And then John Blee with a highlighted message. We got a good thing going here. Also, I fully believe Spielberg directed Poltergeist. That is one of the Hollywood urban legends, is that Spielberg sort of took over directing from Toby Hooper. Hoop Daddy. The Hoop God, as some of us call him.
Hoop, there it is.
There it is.
Hoop.
Then Lampard at 200 bits. We're trying to leave, but we're just not doing a good job of it. Marty, now you can argue it's a comparison of two gaming jackets for less than $2,000.
Oh my God.
They average out to only $1,000 a piece, if you think about it.
One, I am thinking about it. The answer is still no. Second Wind will not purchase them for you. If you want to make that purchase, that is
calling a vote. We're gonna let democracy manifest.
Hey, we need an emergency co-op meeting. Marty needs some jackets.
Democracy manifest. I wouldn't wear either, to be honest. I just wear fucking hoodies, and I don't like things with logos.
Right.
Logos. Gelden with a $2 dono. Thank you so much. Mr. Sleepy Man, top to bottom playthrough. What the fuck is Mr. Sleepy?
Mr. Sleepy Man was my game of PAX West. Mr. Sleepy Man.
Oh yeah.
Looks to be a very fun N64 inspired 3D platformer. When Mr. Sleepy Man comes out, I will stream it 100%, no matter what.
It looks like Rugrats.
It looks the little bit I got to play of it. They had like one level for playing on the convention floor, and it was a blast. It was an absolute blast to play.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where's the last one? So I am all here for Mr. Sleepy Man.
Mr. Sleepy Man. That's the Mr. Sleepy Man theme song.
Mr. Sleepy Man. That's Counting Crows, Mr. Sleepy Man.
La 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 la
la la.
Mr. Sleepy Man looking at you. Oh no, he's looking at me.
You're looking at me.
I really like Counting Crows. Remember that one song about a long December? That guy seems sad in that song.
He's sad, and I think I think that's his thing. I think every song he is sad.
He's a sad boy?
I believe that's the shtick.
You can't be sad if you're saying sha la 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 la.
Sha na 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 na.
George Lucas with 200 bits as well. I'm in the middle of 30 Rock Season 2. First time watching. Very rapid-fire jokes. Comedy keeps on coming. Tracy Morgan's character starts off insane. And I hope there's no Flanderization with later seasons. 30 Rock is also great. That might have the most goofs per second of any show. I'm a big fan of 30 Rock.
Yeah, 30 Rock. 30. I wasn't like I did not obsessively watch it, but anytime I did catch an episode, loved it every single time.
There was an era when we had 30 Rock, we had Community, we had Parks and Rec, and they were on just every Thursday. Must see Thursday. Now what do we have going on Thursday? You fucking tune in to watch Casey and I play Devil May Cry. how far culture has fallen. Oh, as a reminder, Casey and I are not streaming. Not because culture has fallen. We finished Devil May Cry. We're going to be beginning Metroid Prime, but Casey has an extremely early flight tomorrow morning. Like, has to leave for the airport at like 4 a.m.
Yeah,
and we just want to give the guys some time to pack and get ready. So we'll be starting fresh. Metroid Prime 1 next week. We'll see what's going on with those Chozo. Do you know who the Chozo are? Are you familiar with the Chozo?
I as a big old Samus head.
Yeah.
Sam Moosehead. I do know who the Chozo are. Yeah.
Samosas. That sounds good.
Wait, what's a samosa?
I think it's like a deep fried Indian dumpling.
Down.
They're good. Again, if you go to an Indian restaurant as well, you could bring your copy of Hundreds of Beavers and they will play it on a TV if applicable.
To be fair, remember that Hundreds of Beavers comes to Tubi tomorrow. I feel like people think that I am involved in the production of Hundreds of Beavers or even know the people who made Hundreds of Beavers. I do not. It's just a movie I love.
It is crazy that the movie you love and the service you love have come together. You're not being paid by either one of them yet.
No. But by the like, Tubi, call me. Like, I will. Like, I'm already doing advertisements for you for free. Just give me a little bit of money, and I will do more advertisements for you.
See, easy peasy. It's absolutely easy as heck. And then Lampy with 200 bits. Thank you so much, Lampy. Casey has an early flight. That's what he's telling you, but he's actually queuing for that Death Stranding 2 jacket.
That's exactly what he's
doing. Yeah.
Jack, that is a terrible pitch. I know it is a terrible pitch because I will keep shilling for Tubi. It's so rare that we have a streaming service that doesn't even ask you to like give them an email address. They will just show you movies. You just click on it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Gelden Yetch, thank you for the $2. If Tubi changes their name, to be or not to be, right? Exactly.
I mean, that is the question.
Hey, everybody. This was a sponsored stream for Schismo's Sideshow. You've been watching me play it for the last hour. There's some links for you to check out their Kickstarter. Check it out. Check it out if you are interested. Thank you, Schismo, for sponsoring this stream.
Ad. No, I don't want to spoil it. We might have an ad during Design Delve tomorrow. I don't want to spoil it.
Interesting.
I don't want to spoil it.
Absolutely. So
I don't think that spoils Design Delve. I don't think that's how that works.
Click those links. Check it out if you are interested in this type of game. Okay, so today is Thursday. We have a Design Delve tomorrow. That is right. New Design Delve coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
That is Friday. Saturday, of course. New remastered adventure is nigh. Mm-hmm. I believe, is this Sunday an edited Yahtzee tries?
I believe so. We're gonna get a whole edited compilation of Yahtzee trying several things.
Boom.
Big old stream week next week. It's very possible on Monday we might get whatever that topical punch I was talking about might be going up when a certain embargo comes up. A certain simile re-fantasia.
What?
That was me. Like a simile and a metaphor are like. Metaphor, even. It's fine.
Not there.
It's fine.
And of course, yes, if you are part of our Discord community, I'm going to put up that poll whether or not you would like Liza P or Lords of the Fallen for the next Jack Bullshits and Streams series, which is not a real series. It's just where I get to actually play games instead of do work. So
there you go. It's great.
So thanks everybody for swinging by. We appreciate you.
Heck yeah! Everyone have a good rest of your Thursdays.
Yeah.
Go help out someone in your community.
Oh shit!
Think about that.
I bet there's a place in your community where you can donate food to people who are hungry, or jackets. Oh, okay. You don't have to buy a $16,000 jacket, but you can buy a cheap jacket and donate it to someone who needs a jacket.
$1,700, not $16,000. But I agree. Clear out your closets. You probably got a bunch of shit.
Right.
Go jackets and clothes you don't fit because you either gained weight or lost weight or your taste changed.
Absolutely. So that's everybody's mission for the next week. Go do something positive for your community. What I do positively for my community? I carry wire cutters in my car with me, and I rip down all of those signs that are like, we'll give you money for your diabetes medication.
Oh, that's great.
Because that's predatory, and I don't want that in my neighborhood.
Yeah, don't rip down my sign that offers my dry blowing consultancy though, because that's important.
Bye everyone.
Bye everyone.